What's up guys, Adam from T Exotics, welcome to the channel. If you don't mind doing me a favour, if you're liking what you see, please hit that subscribe button. It really does mean the world to me. Also leave a comment, I always get back to you guys. Drop a like and ding that notification bell so you get to know when I upload a video next. So guys, as the title suggests, we went off today to see Mr. Tony Hersey himself. Myself and Eddie from Sunbury Serpents made a little road trip together and went to go and see the man himself. What you're about to see, guys, is one of the most unique collections that I think I've ever seen, this side of the pond anyway. Some of the stuff he's working for towards his projects are absolutely mind-blowing. Some stuff that I've not really had the privilege to know or see much about, but what he's doing for the future, what he's collectively got together now to put towards those projects that he wants, the things that he wants to produce, are absolutely mind-blowing. So guys, take a look at this stuff because I'm sure you are gonna love it just as much as I did. So guys, without further ado, here's from today where me and Eddie spent some time with Tony. Okay, so we're here with Tony Hersey. Tony, thanks a lot for letting us come around. Really appreciate your time. So first question, how long have you actually been in the ball python breeding game?
Well, it's probably been 10 years, or coming up to 10 years now. Just before that, I was breeding panther chameleons. Probably the most fantastic animal I can think of. Very unique, amazing. Love the colours and patterns, but the whole idea with panthers was to keep them locale Pacific to the regions that they come naturally from. Part of the temptation with royals and the fun is to mix all the genetics, the patterns and colours together and to create new and exciting things that I've never seen before, and that's a big part of the fun with what I do, is trying to create something no one's ever created before.
And when you started, who did you sort of aspire to be like in the game that was already there? I mean, I know there wasn't a lot of people back then.
10 years ago, I mean, Elmsworth Aquatics, I bought a lot of stuff from Elmsworth Aquatics, Crystal Palace Reptiles. The big breeders I follow in America were Justin K and Aussie Boyd's. I'm still a big fan of Hidden Gene Woma, which is a nerd. I still got quite a bit of HG Woma in my collection, and yeah, those are people I looked up to.
Awesome. So what projects have you got going on at the minute that you're most excited about?
I've not hatched a pied yet. I've been working towards it for quite a number of years now. I've been trying to build up the right genetics on the female side. It's taken a few years, but I'm hopefully going to hatch my first pied this season.
Awesome.
So I'm looking forward to that. It's been a long time coming.
Awesome. So you can show us a few snakes, something that you're really looking forward to working with.
Okay, shall we go to the splatter project?
Let's do that.
Okay, so this project I've probably had since 2012. It was a bit of a difficult project to work out. The founder called it splatter and found out that there was another gene involved, which was later called migraine. This is one I hit last year. This is a super enchy splatter migraine. Fantastic head markings, very minimal head stripe.
Let's look at that head stamp. That's an incredible
head stamp. Isn't it? Fantastic head stamp. Very puzzly looking. It's not as strong a pattern as the puzzle, but it's still a very similar pattern, and it also has similarities to, I think, Desert Ghost. It does enhance the colours, so that's something I've been working on for a while. I've just started to hit a few visuals. Paul Milner's had a couple off me. I know he's excited to be part of the project. Eddie's obviously got an enchy splatter migraine male. I've only hit 2 last year, so he should be happy with that.
We are also joined by Eddie from Sunbury Serpents, who's lurking in the background.
Thanks for popping in. So yeah, I've got to sit down. I'm getting old. I've got a few bits and pieces here. This is a female. I think this is a enchy splatter lace possible het migraine. Should prove out. It's got some really connected neck markings there. She was a bit of a slow starter.
See what the lace does to the project. It really brightens it up.
Really brightens everything up.
Lace is a really good gene, makes things pop.
Jackie and Damien Millman's got a migraine lace mail off me, I think. So there will be more to come from this project. It will be.
I definitely watch your space.
There will be a lot more to come from this project. So this female's not in shed. This is one of my holdbacks from last year. That's an Enchi splatter migraine female.
Again, that head stamp. It's just crazy, isn't it?
It's very unique. I think very unique to this project.
So I know it's just an Enchi with the splatter migraine, but it has taken many years to start creating these. And I think I've only got 5 of these myself, and I've only produced about 8 of these so far.
Wow. Absolutely stunning.
Oh, right, not that one. Let's go there. Now I have shown this one off before, not recently. This is also part of the project. This female came from a female Kingpin Enchi lace to a Enchi splatter het migraine. My best guess is this is a super Enchi lesser splatter lace, possible het migraine. Very unique looking snake.
And she's a holdback, isn't she? She's one of your
yes,
girlies.
Yes. I'm gonna enjoy watching her grow up.
Do you think she'd dull out over age, or do you think she'd keep that high intensity?
She was very grey when she hatched out. She's got more yellow in her since she's been growing up, which is obviously the lesser coming through. But she was very much 50 shades of grey when she hatched out for the first few months. But she has got a little bit yellow. But I do still very much like the colour. It's unique.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, here we've got, I've just gone into the adult room and I bought this female who is a splatter pos het migraine.
Oh no, she's het migraine.
Oh, she's a het migraine,
she might be migraine.
Het migraine might be migraine. So she is the founder, I guess, of all of your migraine stuff.
Yeah, it's been a long road.
She's a big girl.
She's a big girl. She hasn't produced for me this year. She's a very good eater.
She's absolutely stunning. And you've had her since the beginning of the project. Where did you get her from? You got her from...
This one came from Rob Hurd.
Quality Captives.
Yeah, Rob Hurd was in the project as well. I already had bought some stuff off Chris, but this one just stood out. She was very bright, and I scraped the money together to grab her before anyone else did.
She is an absolute beauty. And like a lot of your snakes, incredibly healthy, incredibly good form on the body.
Yeah, I didn't realise my snakes were all over 3 kilos on general. I didn't realise that wasn't normal.
Very healthy, very good eaters.
I think before we started filming, we were just weighing a few of the females, and I think Tony was pleasantly surprised at the result of some of them, weren't you?
Yeah. I don't weigh them as often as I should, but they are big girls.
So I'll go and pop her back in her tub. Here we've got another one. This is an Enchi Fire Splatter female. Again, another pretty big girl. Probably borderline 2.2 kilos. Just another project animal from this splatter project, which has still got so much more to show and so much more to do. It's a genetic that needs to be unlocked and is being unlocked by Tony and a few other people, and Paul Milner of course is going to be working with it, as mentioned before. Beautiful. And again, I think Enchi is very key to this project too. Really, when you have a look at some of the hatchlings here, Enchi is in a lot of them, and it really does help. Okay. So here we have an Enchi Lace Het Migraine.
Gave me her first clutch last year, 2018.
So yeah, proven female. Again, amazing form. Really healthy. Not overweight at all. Just pure muscle. Like all the big snakes in this collection here.
So, as anyone who's not familiar with lace, could you just describe what the lace actually does?
It's a very bright genetic. It's a co-dominant gene. It brings the flanks up from the sides, a lot of white and blushing. I've got a white lace here from CV Exotics. Not too many of these in the UK. That's the super version. That's a female. Looking forward to breeding that next year. And you just see how bright it is. I think there's a lot more to come from this gene. It's very underrated, or she's not happy.
Almost golden.
Yeah, but I've been a big fan of lace for a long time. And I'm trying to get in the splatter project. Well, I've got it in the splatter project, and I'm probably going to get it into my clown project as well.
Again, there's another key marker for the migraine. Is the alien heads go in? They join up towards, well, along the neck, basically. That's a clear indication of a very high probability that she will prove to be het migraine.
And this is why I'm thinking the actual original female might be a migraine, because all the females I held back from her original clutch has proved out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's worth. This is it. It's worth sticking with projects for the length of a project. You know, from a founding female,
yeah,
keeping all the holdbacks, proving them out, and producing some amazing stuff along the lines.
But next year, hopefully, I'll put the Super Enchi Splatter Migraine to my original het females. They've taken this year off, which is fine because I've now got a migraine male to put back to them. So I'm expecting some good things.
Awesome things to come.
Year,
yeah, definitely.
Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, big fan of pieds. Never made one. I have been trying to produce my own holdbacks. So these are leopard fire yellow bellies, females, that I produced last year, and these are 50% posset pied. Like I said, I'm just trying to get all the right genetics into the females, hoping to prove those out next year or the year after. This is my female Orange Dream Yellow Belly Disco het pied female, 2017.
She's a stunner, isn't she?
Yeah. The male, I'll put, Eddie, if you can go grab the male. He's in the adult section. He's about 900 grams now. I've been breeding him for 2 seasons. I've been breeding him for het pieds, clowns. Hasn't happened.
Orange Dream.
It will happen.
Where is he?
Just hasn't happened yet. Some things you have to be a little bit more patient for.
But well worth the wait.
Yeah,
when you eventually get there.
Absolutely enjoying keeping the snakes I've bred and watching them grow.
There's so much Orange Dream. Where is he?
Down the bottom.
Are you alright there, mate?
I thought you knew where he was.
All you hear is, where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
These are one of the big ones.
Oh, is he one of the...
This one, oh, there he is.
Numpty.
I'm like, oh, this cowboy G-Nex. Oh my god, what's going on? So here is a male Orange Dream Yellow Belly Disco het pied. Again from the same clutch, I believe.
Yeah.
Just amazing. I mean, it's such a cool combo. Such a powerhouse. Absolute.
I'm hoping he finally size that
Stunner.
clutch this year.
And he's really good size as well. Really good size. And that's the sort of size you probably want most of your males when they breed. Because males do go off food, lose a bit of weight.
Males can be too big to breed, can't they? There's the.
I think
they
you can
get to,
overfeed
they
a male.
get very lazy,
Absolutely.
very sluggish, and
Yeah.
not want to perform.
Same with some females who get very greedy, get very hungry, they like their food, and they'll eat overbreeding. It does happen, but you know, this is a game of patience. So if you've got enough other
And
stuff...
pain.
And pain.
When things don't go the way you want them to. Alright,
Just a beautiful powerhouse.
if we're sticking on, I'm showing these, but I picked these up from Germany. These are interesting. These are Panther Pieds. That's a Panther Pied from a German breeder, and these are really hungry girls. And this is a pastel. I'll bring them up into the light. So these caught my eye last year, so I thought, why not? But they look a little bit different to me, so that's something I'm looking forward to.
So this is
experimenting
just a pastel Panther Pied. This one on the left, yeah.
Pastel Panther Pied, Panther Pied. It has been proved genetic. The German breeder is doing some good stuff with it, with banana, and see what I can do with it. I got about 18 months, 2 years before these girls are ready. Anything unusual or different, it grabs my attention. I want to play with it. We sticking on the pied thing.
Yeah, you've got more pies to show.
Orange and yellow belly.
Here we go again.
Just going to send
Eddie through to the room where I can't find anything because there's too many amazing things in here. Are we talking orange dream, yellow belly? Oh, blimey. Come back in an hour.
No pressure, Ed. You know.
Oh, we've got some hatchings as well.
We have an orange dream, yellow belly Aurora.
We'll look at some babies while you get lost in there.
We're looking at, this is a female we're looking for. Yeah.
Okay, so this is my first clutch of 2019. I think these are the females. These are the ones I probably want to keep. This was a Fire Gene X Pied to an orange dream yellow belly female. Okay, I think this one's the orange dream yellow belly.
Yeah.
Orange dream yellow belly het pied. Probably Gene X as well. Really nice pattern.
And he's a female, she said.
This is a female.
Yeah.
I think this one's going to be a keeper. Absolutely fantastic. I think this one's going to be an orange dream fire het pied. It's just absolutely fantastic. Great
really
colours.
high intensity orange,
Yeah,
aren't
really pleased with how those came out.
they? Right, have you found this male now?
What's that?
It's an orange dream, yellow belly.
Okay, that's the actual female that just laid that clutch. And I will grab the orange dream.
You can go and grab it. I can't find it, I'm afraid. Sorry about that.
It's a small room.
Absolutely
Stunning, isn't it?
Just beautiful. Again, it's, you know, another powerhouse.
That female came from Tom Hargreaves. He was a good breeder in London.
He's out of the hobby now, isn't he?
He's out of the hobby now. He's concentrating on his racing.
He's a cyclist.
He's a cyclist. He's doing very well. And I managed to grab up a lot of his very cool females. Like he had a lot of quality snakes, and I grabbed as many of them as I could.
Don't blame me.
Right, let's swap.
Okay, so this is from JK. I do spend a lot of my money with JK. He does some fantastic snakes. This is going to replace my Fire Gene X Pied male next season, and this is his Orange Dream Yellow Belly Gene X Pied.
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah, I think he replaced this with an Orange Dream Yellow Belly Enchi Gene X Pied. So just one extra gene. So this is a very powerful male. He's a big male, proven, and hopefully he should do me some justice next season.
So people that don't know, when you've got pieds and you're putting yellow belly in, what's a key sort of indicator that there's yellow belly in a pied?
It takes out all the black on the edges. It enhances the colour. Also, the head's usually a different colour to the actual body. The heads are usually a little bit darker. But like I said, I am no pied expert at the moment. I'm still waiting to hatch my first pied. But when I do, I'm hoping it should be quite spectacular.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will be.
I've been waiting a long time.
I'm pretty sure it will be.
I have been waiting a long time. I do have to get the pied into clown. That's one of my major projects, long-term goals. And I'm starting with the quality animals to do that.
Yeah, 100%. Little stunner.
Yeah, he's settled in nice, and he's a great feeder. Cheers.
Thank you, feeble helper.
Join Matt next time.
Yeah.
Okay, this is another one of my males for next year. I have had a bit of a spending splurge at the beginning of the year. I am very fussy who I buy my snakes from, but one of the people I do buy a lot of snakes from is Rob Hurd of Quality Captives. And this is a Enchi Super Stripe Hurricane. You forgot the hurricane there.
Quite important part.
Yeah, quite important part. I've been watching this project closely. Hurricane's doing some interesting stuff in Clown and Pied, which I'm a big fan of both. So this male was a no-brainer. And very strong feeder. It should be ready to go by October. Okay, you've seen the Super Enchi. Okay, this is my leopard yellow belly clown het pied from Justin Cobletcher. A little bit of a fuss eater. He should get there still for breeding next season. I was hoping he's going to be ready for this season, but he wasn't. Luckily, I had the leopard pastel pied het clown who did a sterling job. So this guy's going to replace the leopard pastel pied het clown.
Just the most amazing pattern, isn't it?
Yeah.
All those dots on him.
And then we will show you the big guns. Oh, he's just shed for us.
Look at that.
Good timing.
He thought there was a video coming, he was right.
Got changed for the video.
Wow.
And this is probably the most expensive snake I've ever bought and ever will buy. This is a Butter Pastel Stranger Het Clown from Iris Reptiles. It is a male. He's a reasonably good eater. I was persuaded to part with a lot of money for this male, but it did help that Iris Reptiles wanted a HG Woma Leopard Pastel Clown male that I produced last year, which did soften the blow a little bit because of he was quite expensive for a hobbyist breeder.
And what are your plans with him? Or are they secret at the minute?
No, I don't hide.
Yeah.
My projects are usually, I try to make unique projects. Obviously, he will be going to some clowns hopefully next year. Stranger clowns, I like the look of them. There's a lot still to be done. The reason I got a butter version, paid a little bit extra for the butter version, is I think it will go well with my Enchi Splatter Migraine project. Butter Enchi works very well with the Stranger pattern and the Migraine pattern. I'm looking forward to trying to create some new unique animals with it.
So guys, that was part one of the incredible time that I spent with Eddie and Tony looking at his wonderful collection. I'm sure you'll agree what we've seen so far is absolutely mind-blowing. I didn't originally plan for it to be a two-parter, but there was just so much footage that I couldn't cram it into one video, otherwise it would be 40 minutes long. So there's going to be a part two, which will be out at some time tomorrow. I am working tomorrow, so it might be up in the evening, but rest assured it will be up by tomorrow night at the latest, and you can check out the rest of Tony's amazing collection. So guys, thanks for watching this part, and I'll catch you in part two.